Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga. Yeah, you've already made up your mind. Why are you even here? Why do you care what I have to say? You don't. You just want to be mad at somebody. But that's okay. Let's talk about it. A Star is Born, starring Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, and directed by Bradley Cooper. This is a story of a musician who has already reached the top. He is there, he's made it, but he's also drinking his life away and literally stumbles upon a talented young singer, which is Lady Gaga. And I had no idea what to expect going into this film. The trailer looked fantastic. It was shot very well, and it seemed like it was acted very well, and it was. I have my problems with this movie, but first let me give you a little bit of history on this film because I think that's kind of cool, and I wasn't aware of it until a friend brought it to my attention. It's the third adaptation of a film made back in 1937. I'm just going to list this off really quick. Some of you might know this, but I think it's fun. A Star is Born, 1937, starring Janet Gaynor and Frederick March. Then, in 1954, it was made with Judy Garland and James Mason. Judy Garland actually won a Golden Globe for her performance, but did not win the Oscar, and some claim that that was just an added weight on her shoulders that later led to her downfall internally later in her career. Then in 1976, it was made once again with Barbra Streisand and Chris Christopherson. Change your name, bro. Chris Christopherson. That's a hard name to say. I have heard over and over and over again that that movie was absolutely not good. Now, I haven't seen these other three, but I did see the 2018 version that we are talking about right now, or we're fixing to. The very opening of the film, we find out that Bradley Cooper's character has some issues, addiction to alcohol and drugs. At least we're picking up on that in the beginning of this film. Then we are also introduced to Lady Gaga's character, who is a kitchen cook. It's not very clear. She's working a dead-end job, or she's not going anywhere. She's not able to do what she wants to do, but we find that she is on her way, trying to get out of her job early, out of her work early, to go and perform. And so we're bouncing between the two, but there was this really sweet moment right in the beginning of this film where Lady Gaga finally leaves. She's throwing the trash in the garbage, and she starts singing. And it was so reminiscent of Judy Garland. You could hear her voice. It was beautiful. I immediately was like, oh my gosh, that sounds just like Judy Garland. And I love that she made that choice. I will give her that credit because I do think she's that amazing. Now, I'm not going to go any further into detail of what happens in this film I don't like to do spoilers, but I'm going to make this quick and short. The acting in this is 100% solid. Could it have been better? Yes, and here's why. Bradley Cooper probably does give one of his best performances. He just continues to impress. And the fact that he directed this on top of that is no easy feat whatsoever. I'm sure he had a lot of people that were there, giving him tips. And over the years, he's gained a lot of tips just watching people. But he did a really good job directing this film. However, the acting suffered for Lady Gaga, in my opinion, I think, just because with him being in the scenes, I'm not sure that he was able to really notice how much further Lady Gaga could have been pushed. And I think that's one of the benefits of having an outside eye of someone having scenes together. And I've read countless reviews and seen other reviews, and everybody's saying that their chemistry is absolutely amazing. And it is. I'm not discrediting that, but it could have been so much stronger. Bradley Cooper had these very revealing, torn down moments in the film, and you felt for him, but I don't think that same resonation was given between you and Lady Gaga as an audience member, just because I felt like she had some walls up. I don't mean to bash on Lady Gaga. I love her. I think she's fantastic in this film, and I think she's an amazing artist. I know she could have been pushed a lot more because she has that potential in her. I would have liked to have seen it. There were these moments, you can definitely tell that there were scenes that were improv in this film. They were nice to a point, but then at the same time, you could see where Bradley Cooper's strengths lied and where Lady Gaga's was not so strong. And that's okay. That does make it raw. That makes it real. The direction. Let's fall back into the direction here. I don't have any major problems with the direction per se, but I will say the choice to take the camera and stay in everybody's grill the entire time was exhausting as an audience member. I feel like you can still be just as effective in a wider shot, medium shot, as much as you can if you're in an extreme close-up on your subject, your main characters. And a lot of the time, that's where we set in those moments. Yes, that's where you find profound, real, unguarded humanity and great performances from actors who have the ability to take down that wall and just bear it all. Now, that being said, I will say the way the camera was used in the beginning of this film, when Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga's character first meet, I felt like that's why so many people love the chemistry that they have together. Because with the camera, it was used so well that you kind of, with Bradley Cooper's character, fall into Lady Gaga's character. And you could just, and vice versa, you fall in love with her, and then you see him fall into himself and fall for her. It was, when he's seeing her perform, it was absolutely just, that moment was wonderful, and I loved it. There are so many good moments in this film. However, towards the end of it, I was like, when is this movie gonna end? And I don't know if that had to do with the part of just cinematically I was exhausted. Because there were moments in this movie where it nearly destroyed my bladder because I did not want to leave the theater to go use the restroom. And that takes a lot from me to not do that. But this one in particular, I definitely didn't want to get up. But towards the end of the film, just lost some momentum. And that could have just been me. This film is totally worth rewatching. There's so many good moments in it. So I'm going to leave it with that, and that puts me in the position of what am I going to rate this film? And I think I would definitely feel comfortable with giving this film an 8 out of 10. So there you go. There are my thoughts on A Star Is Born. What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know. Let's have a conversation about this film. Teach me something. Bring some attention to something that I might not have noticed. Something I didn't talk about here, but would love to talk to you about. And let's get that conversation going. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this content and you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you get a notification every time I make an upload. But I think that's all for now, and I will definitely see you guys next time. You guys have a fantastic day.